inside out, bouncing off the ceiling upside down.
I don't know this song. I'm sorry.
I'd go crazy if I wasn't being loved by you upside down, bouncing off the ceiling
Bouncing off the
inside out.
ceiling. Oh, yeah.
Hello! Welcome to the Parking Lot Projectionists podcast. My name is Andrew Bing Bong.
That was my name. Guess I'll be Raymond Fear.
Oh no! And today we saw Inside Out. Raymond, what is Inside Out about?
Inside Out is a 2015 animation comedy drama.
Comedy?
Yes, comedy.
Huh.
Written by Anonymous on IMDb. It is after young Riley is uprooted from her Midwest life and moved to San Francisco. Her emotions, joy, fear, anger, disgust, and sadness conflict on how best to navigate a new city, house, and school. It stars Amy Poehler as Joy, Bill Hader as Fear, Louis Black as Anger, Mindy Kaling as Disgust, Phyllis Smith as Sadness, Richard Kind as Bing Bong, and Caitlin Diaz as Riley. Diane Lane as Mom, and Kyle MacLachlan as Dad. Directed by Peter Docter. One other here. I don't even know who the co-director is. Story by Peter Docter.
Is it Peter or Pete?
It's Pete, whatever. Ronald Del Carmen and Meg Lafevre, Josh Cooley. Yeah, they wrote it.
All right.
Shall we begin?
With a spin, traveling into Riley's imagination.
Oh, we have to talk about Lava first.
Oh, yeah. Animated short film Lava. We went on the festival circuit last year, copyright 2014.
Lava is pretty much a remake of the Umbrella short film, but
I didn't even
it
think
had
of that.
music in it.
I forgot about the
Umbrella short film.
yeah,
it's
that
the
had
same
fallen
thing.
into the abyss of my memory.
They fallen into your memory, the forgotten memory.
Yeah, you just jolted it back
I'll
up.
just put it on that rocket ship back to where it needed to be.
Spoilers.
But yeah, it's a remake of that, except with music, and
Like a little
we learned
ukulele the whole time, too.
that lava is more powerful than love.
Yeah.
You want to get to Inside Out now? Or that's it. Because it's a remake of the same thing. There's a volcano. It's sad. Years go by. He sings a song about how he wants to find love.
Nobody
he's about
ever
to die.
comes.
Well, he's not about to die. He's sinking into the water.
Might as well be dying. But little does he know that there was another female volcano who does not look like a volcano. She actually looks like a female with hair and everything, which is a little sexist.
Under the water. She's like a skinnier top volcano.
Wait, I mean, not just that, though. The male guy looks like a big fat volcano. The woman, she can't be a big fat volcano just with a female voice or something and maybe just some eyelashes. She has to literally look like a skinny, attractive female with hair going down her and everything.
That's the way they designed it, Andrew. They do
I don't
have
know.
those
That rubbed me
volcanoes
the
that
wrong
are
way.
they're skinny like that, though. But you like they carved her in real good.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, they carved her in real good, gave her hair and everything. It's like, I get it, she's a female. Just put, like, eyelashes on her.
It was better when she rose to the top of the surface and they were together. You could see how some of it was like ash for the hair, like the rock, blacker rock and stuff like that. But underwater, it wasn't too good. When she popped up at first, it wasn't too good either. I was talking about when they were finally together at the end there. Spoilers. They sing, he sings, she said, he goes down, she comes up. He comes back up with the power of lava instead of love.
One day I want my dream come true.
And I'll be with you. Dun, 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 dun.
I lava you.
Yeah, it's just a story of this volcano. Seeing all these couples together. Something, what it was? Seagulls. Dolphins, and then whales, and sea turtles.
Crush.
Sea turtles, mate. He was wanting somebody. He was sad. Didn't nobody come. Girl pops up. Facing the opposite way. Whatever. She pops up.
Now his mouth is underwater, so he can't say anything to her.
And he sings finally. And she sings his song. His lava bubbles get really excited. He pops back up. And they form this 2 volcano island.
Live happily ever after, I guess.
Another bazillion years until they sink again. Well, I guess they'll be underwater having a good time. All right. Spent a lot on lava there.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Lava then, real quick?
Just remake Umbrellas. That's all I gotta say. How many short films about love you gonna make?
Nice, I guess. I just didn't dig the singing narration that tells you everything that's going on while singing. You could just have the ukulele without the singer. I would get what's going on because there's visuals that show me what's going on. The guy's lonely. He's seeing people. Everything this narrator is telling
Animals,
me,
not people.
Know.
Animals aren't people.
But are people animals?
Yes.
All right. Narration too on point for me. Stretching at times, wasn't really rhyming, though songs and poems don't have to rhyme. It was just weird. Could have been better. It's a nice sentiment that someone out there hears you, understands the effort, even if you don't know that they're there. One day they'll appreciate you. They'll lift you. I don't know. Nice message. Inside Out.
Inside Out. Yeah, so Inside Out starts out with baby Riley rocket ship being born. The captain manifests out of thin air. Her name is Joy. Pushes a button. Spaceship Riley smiles at her parents. Then sadness comes, touches the thing. She starts getting sadder and sadder.
Cries.
And sadder. Oh yeah, she cries.
She's a baby. She cries.
Joy's like, don't touch that. Smack sadness up in the face. Sadness was like, later on, some of these other emotions turned up. Fear keeps Riley from touching electricity and shit like that.
Bill Hader, the purple one.
He's like, ooh, don't touch anything. Ooh. Anger, who sets stuff on fire.
Lewis Black doing a stand-up routine. He even does that gesture that Lewis Black likes to do on The Daily Show where he just points at the end of his sentences. It's like, screw you, America. Yeah, yeah. He's just pointing.
Disgust. Doesn't like broccoli. That's all we know about disgust.
Oh, she just saved him from being poisoned.
Broccoli tastes good.
Disgust is in charge of saving you from poison and also making fashion decisions somehow. Because you're disgusted by other clothes. She'll set you right.
I guess. That must be what it is, Andrew. Apparently, I was reading on here. Apparently, they considered up to 27 different emotions.
Whoa.
But settled on 5. They wanted to make it less complicated.
No, less complicated. Okay.
Okay, so they all there. They're having a good time. They're making core memories, which go into the super data bank and create Cinnabar Islands.
Everything has to be Joy's way. Every memory has to be joy, 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 joy. Oh, I think we had a great day, guys. Oh, other happy memories, happy memories. Nothing but yellow across the board.
I like that, too. All the core memories were Joy's memories. There was goofiness, a wacky island.
The core memories form the foundation of who Riley is as a person, her personality. All of her core memories turned out to be good ones. So she has a positive personality with goofiness, where she stripped down as a toddler and shook her booty for her father.
She twerked it.
Raymond left it. Raymond enjoyed that bit.
She was shaking.
And hockey. She had a good memory being taught hockey with her father.
Had Hockey Island.
Yeah. Then Friendship Island. She had a friend she was hop skipping around on the sidewalk with.
Friendship Island.
Was there another one before?
That was Honesty Island.
Honesty Island. How'd she earn that one?
There was a broken plate on the ground and she had mirror behind her back and pulled it out. So her dad walked up. It was like, why is this plate broken? She pulled out mirror, and that's how you knew.
All right.
You remember that?
So she just smashed a couple of plates.
And now she formed Honesty Island. It was a core memory. Well, these are all when she was younger. And
finally, Family Island.
Family Island.
Ooh. That was formed. What was that one?
I think she was eating a cookie or some shit like that. Yeah, they ate cookies together.
She ate a cookie. The family. They gave me some dessert, and now I really appreciate my family.
Cookie Island, Andrew. Come on. You don't like Cookie Island?
It's Family Island, not Cookie Island.
Family Island. Sorry.
She didn't transform into a cookie monster.
Anyway, she got these 5 core memories, these 5 islands.
Everything's going great. What could possibly go wrong?
Parents walk in Riley's rooms like, we move, pack shit. Riley packs up and they move to San Francisco. Oh, they was originally in Minnesota, if y'all didn't know. You didn't know because we didn't tell you.
No, but they'll remind you a lot in this movie. I miss Minnesota. Minnesota. Oh, man, Minnesota must be having a field day with this movie. Come visit Minnesota.
You'll be happy there.
Joy is their state mascot now.
Hell yeah. I moved to San Francisco. Memories are going crazy. Sadness is touching shit she's not supposed to be touching. Joy smacks the shit out of her.
Go read the manuals. They're imagining all the wonderful things that could possibly come from their new home. Oh, the Golden Gate Bridge. Oh, it's not golden. Okay. But maybe our house is going to be amazing. All these elaborate houses, playhouse house, castle with a dragon that Anger really liked.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was just a rundown little house. Goes in. Oh, I got a room that they told me was going to be fantastic. She's in the attic. There's a dead rat.
Rat was dead or was alive?
It was rolled over, yeah.
Oh, it came alive in a dream.
Spoilers.
They're sad. Moving van got stalled. Everybody doing nothing for the most part right now.
Well, the moving van doesn't come till Thursday, so she can't even fix up her room to remind herself of what she had. Dad is getting busy phone calls. She's like, okay, we'll try to fix things, play a little bit of goofy hockey, and then the dad has to take another call. Then they go out for pizza, and the pizza's organic broccoli on top of their pizza. I remember a cool pizza place we passed on the way in. Oh, it's broccoli, man.
Oh, yeah.
I hate broccoli. Then they walk home. She tries to slide down a railing and then is like, I don't remember how to do that because Sadness touched it briefly. I was like, oh, no, we fixed it. Now she can slide down it again.
Ooh. Yeah, very shaky. She goes to school. Teacher tells her to stand up. Hey, tell us about yourself. Oh, I have all this great stuff. I have a friend. I had a hockey team. I'm the best at everything. Sadness touches some shit. Being at the school forms a core memory. As the core memory is going in, sadness touches it. Somehow, it completely transforms into a sad memory. They never explained that, how sadness could control the whole memory like that.
No, it just popped out as a sad memory in the first place. And it was just a core sad memory.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because she leaned on the control console, making her cry in class, and then it scarred her, so it made a sad core memory.
She touched a regular memory. They were having a regular memory to help her remind her of something.
About the hockey and everything, yeah.
And sadness touched it, and it turned sad, and it never went back to happiness for some reason. Why? How does sadness have this power to turn all the memories sad if she wanted to? They didn't explain why none of the other ones could turn it back. Joy couldn't turn it back.
Yeah, fear was touching ones, and they didn't turn to fear about them.
So sadness is some entity in this movie who controls the memories. This would have been better if sadness was just the villain. I felt like that's what they needed to go with.
No, sadness is an essential part of your life, so you can move on.
Sadness was there. Sadness is up to something, Andrew.
You need sadness to remember what you were missing and then find more joy again in the future.
I think this was sadness playing the whole movie. Sadness was playing dumb. She made sadness stand in that circle. The camera was off of sadness for a while. Sadness was up to something, sir. Sadness was doing some things.
Sadness knew she had a job to do. She saw to it. The only way we're going to fix Riley and her situation right now is with my powers.
Sadness was a terrorist. I'm labeling sadness a terrorist.
She destroyed tons of lands.
Infiltrated these things. It was playing dumb and was destroyed it. And I was half expecting her at the end of the movie to just go Hell Hydra. It probably was going to happen. But they decided to change it. They wanted everybody to live happily ever after, including sadness. Total contradiction, but okay. Where were we? She makes a sad memory. Core memory is going to the core of the core memories system.
They don't want to plug it in there because you might have a whole sad island.
That's all it would have did was make an island, huh?
It would have made a whole entire island that forms around her personality, they were afraid. She would have this whole entire negative side to her personality that they were worried about because of this incident. Maybe she would hate school
Joy
or something.
About it. I don't think everybody else was worried about it because Joy was the only one going for it.
Yeah, because Joy's a control freak. And everything has to be joy. Joy.
I'm on Joy's side. Joy tries to grab it.
A random disposal tube for long-term memory sucks them both up.
Them, the core memories and the sad core memory sucked into the tube, flying. Sad core memory that was newly formed flies into another tube, and they all land at the memory banks.
The long-term memory library.
Oh, that's what it is? Whatever the shit.
Where they keep the Ark of the Covenant, you know.
Oh my God, we gotta get back. We go cross over on that island. How do we get her out? Said it's like, you'll get lost in there. Secretly laughing.
I'm positive you will get lost in there.
Yeah. There you go. Andrew got it. That's what sadness was like. Joy was like, no, I need to go. So Joy was dragging sadness by the ankle. Again, sadness was touching memories. Sadness tried to touch another memory at one point, and it was like she didn't even put her hand on it. She was just getting close to it,
and infecting it.
Yeah, what is sadness?
Her powers were being overwhelmed because Riley had this overwhelming sense of sadness because of her current situation, making sadness stronger. She was growing and growing and growing, taking over all the memories. Riley had an emotion that she really needed to get out. Sadness was feeding off of Riley. She was becoming Super Saiyan or something.
They never explained that in the movie, Andrew.
Well, they explained everything else every 2 seconds.
Then why didn't they explain that?
I'm assuming that was probably what was going on.
That's what you was assuming that was going on? Because I didn't get that.
Because she really needed to release sadness because of her current situation.
She didn't release sadness that then.
Yes, she did.
What you mean?
Spoilers.
That wasn't... Why did... I don't understand this movie. Anyways, Joy
Sadness is touching every single one.
Yeah, she's touching all the things.
Okay, starting now, I won't touch anymore. What? Turns around, every single one is blue.
Yeah, all the ones on the bottom shelf is blue that she was touching.
Corrupting data.
Because she's a villain that doesn't become villainous in this movie.
You got some regular janitorial employees trying to get rid of some of the junk
what are
memories.
They, jelly beans? What were those things?
I don't know.
They said it. I couldn't remember either.
I don't know.
There's some storage file people.
Neurons or something, maybe. I don't.
To be goofy and stuff, sucking all the faded memories to go down to the black abyss of darkness. Well, we don't need these anymore.
Who needs to be able to name all 151 original Pokemon? Get rid of this.
I'm done. This movie get a big. You get a. I wish they would have said some shit like that. Big red X on this movie. A big red X on this movie.
Oh, we don't throw away all of them. We got this very special one that we like to throw up there as a prank on the headquarters people, eh?
It's the Trident Gum song. So they push it up in the vent, send it to the core. Other three emotions that are left are looking at it. Other emotions lose their mind. Sorry, excuse me. They don't know what's going on. They're walking around in the data banks, looking at old memories. Then they come across Bing Bong. Why you laughing at Bing Bong?
Oh, Bing Bong.
So somehow Bing Bong was
a memory that manifested
loose.
Yeah, it manifested itself. Like, we didn't get that backstory. He seems like the villain, like he would try to take over to stay alive in Riley's memory or something.
Be imaginary. Maybe they didn't want a villain in this movie, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's a problem.
That would have been a good villain too, because if he,
Bing Bong?
if
it
Bing
would have
Bong
made sense for Bing Bong to be a villain.
If Bing Bong he might have tried to lodge himself into a core memory to make Riley think that Bing Bong was real, and then she would have gone insane because she thought Bing Bong was real, and she would have been put in a mental institution. So they got to stop him from making Riley think that he was real.
That would have been a nice movie, Andrew. I would have liked to seen that.
Riley would have gone crazy, thought Bing Bong was a real person.
That would have been great. Come think about it.
Stop Bing Bong, the forgotten memory. Because he was stealing memories or something.
Yeah, what was he doing with those? We
never found out. Yeah.
Maybe Bing Bong was a villain who had a redemption story.
But they cut it.
Well, they cut the villain part. They didn't cut the redemption part.
Yeah.
We didn't find out what villainous shit he was doing. Here's another problem with the movie. Did it bother you that all the memories were in third person and not first person? Because they're experiencing the memories in first person? Why are the memories in third person?
Because then the audience doesn't know where Riley is, sir. It's disorienting. No, you're right. It's a problem. It's a huge problem. I mean, they made the dreams in first person whenever they were creating dreams.
Why are the memories in there? Who is looking at these memories and Riley just sucking their brain? Or you just imagine yourself in the third person whenever you think of a memory?
Not
Maybe.
often.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. I guess.
Once in a while?
Once in a while.
Well, every memory they had was a third person memory. Probably herself isn't real. Riley is imaginary. This is somebody else's body, sir. This is somebody else's body. This is somebody else's body, sir. This movie.
Prove it.
Prove it. The proof is right there. Every memory is in third person.
That's true. That's a very good theory.
Every memory is in third person. Somebody is watching Riley.
The mind of a stalker of a little girl is embedded inside of this little girl now and thinks it is the little girl.
It could be somebody is mentally crazy and thinks they're a little girl.
So they see themselves as a little girl.
It could be somebody had telekinesis, was performing it on somebody, and these emotions got into his head, took over. All 5 of the main characters are villains.
Oh,
Bing Bong was trying to save the day.
Bing Bong, go Bing Bong.
He was the imaginary save of the day person.
By the way, we didn't mention what Bing Bong is. He's a cotton candy elephant with big bird feet thingy.
And a cat tail, half dolphin.
Suit on, a top hat on as well.
He had a small hat, and he speaks raptor. Yeah. Didn't come in
They're the most intelligent dinosaurs, you know.
Andrew. He has the resonating chamber of a velociraptor in his throat.
Remember the sounds Bing Bong made?
Riley. Riley. Okay, we got way off the story. We went to a general discussion.
This is about as good as the story gets.
Yeah. Oh, shots fired.
I'm sorry. Bing Bong offers to take them to the thought train to hopefully get them back up
the train of thought, because it's going to take facts and opinions.
Facts and opinions gathered from long-term memory and experiences, and it brings them back to the forefront for what they suspect.
That's what that was? There wasn't no processing plant to where they take the memory, put it in a machine, pull out the fact and an opinion card. I would have liked to see that.
Well, I assume that's what they were doing, because at one point they knock over one and it says, oh, it's hard to tell fact from fiction. Just put them in whatever box.
Why did the thought train just make itself appear with some tracks?
Because sometimes you can lose your train of thought. Nah.
We'll just have the track break randomly.
Track just disappears. She never spoilers. Yeah, so Bing
You gonna
Bong.
say she never regained her train of thought?
Yeah, she never regained her train of thought.
Well, we probably could have seen it if they showed tracks at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
But there wasn't no tracks. Bing Bong takes them to, what was the place? Some shortcut wall between Imagination Land and, was it Abstract Thought?
It was Abstract Thought.
What does that mean?
Where stuff is not tangible, it's just abstract ideas. Like you're just thinking about the idea of patience. Patience isn't actually a thing, it's just a concept. That storage area is just for concepts that aren't real things. Like emotions, because technically emotions aren't real things, they're concepts.
Shots
concepts.
fired.
Emotions, well, I guess they manifest themselves, but so do abstract concepts.
This feels like it should have been like an adult horror movie. There's a person in an insane asylum who was able to
That's way more interesting than the
see
kids
their
movie.
emotions coming to them, talking to them or something like that.
Oh man, that's
Or you
great.
can see their emotions in their head. Somebody used a machine like Inception, went into somebody's mind and was able to see these emotions.
Oh, how scary would Bing Bong be in a
imaginary thing.
live action cotton candy purple thing in a I'm Bing Bong.
I think that's what the concept of this movie was originally. Had to be something to do with an insane asylum.
We don't make horror movies at Pixar, guys. How about making it?
It's about as close as it gets.
How about making it about a little girl who moves to a new place?
We don't want to make that movie. We want violence. We want dinosaurs. Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah, so they cut through abstract thought. They pull Spider-Man 3 and is like, I think it's just a bird. We'll throw it on anyway. They just flip it on even though somebody's in there.
It must be a bird. Let's just turn it off.
It'll fly away when we turn the thing on. And that's how the emotions became Sandman. They turn the abstract thought on because Riley is sitting by herself at lunch pondering her own loneliness. Bing Bong, joy, and sadness are fading from their actual selves into just random concepts, turning into paper mache, and then flat surfaces is like, oh no, we can't get through the door. We're 2D. We could just fall on our faces. No, because you're still long, I guess.
Somehow they turned giant when they got to the other door.
Yeah, the door got smaller. Who leaves the other side door open whenever they turn on the abstract thought machine? Why would you leave that open? Couldn't the abstract thoughts escape? Cause her to go crazy as well? There's got to be better safety precautions.
Maybe her mind is too young to understand that. When she's older, she'll get more security. They escape the abstract thought machine thingamajig. Go to Imagination Land. Didn't see no aliens, no predators, none of that shit.
French fry forest, nice and salty.
Who imagines a French fry forest? Honestly.
Cloud village.
Made up boyfriend.
I would die for Riley. I'm so emo. And I got long hair. Ugh.
They want their boyfriends to die for them?
Yeah, that's a horrible thought. Really? Is that what little girls want? They don't want someone heroic, kind, and charming, a little bit witty and funny, who will stand up for them. They want someone who will just die for them. That sounds despicable. What are we teaching young boys here?
I don't know, Andrew. I don't know what was happening with this film.
House of Cards, they knock it over. Construction people are upset.
Bing Bong sneezes on a cloud in Cloud City. They went to Cloud City. He sneezed on a cloud, killed it.
Oh yeah, he
walked away.
killed some. Bing Bong murdered somebody.
Bing Bong murdered a cloud.
Oh no. And then he just ran away from the scene of the crime. This villain did not atone.
He did not atone. What happened next?
The emotions are still taking over, and Riley sits down to have a conversation from the teaser trailer, dinner with her parents.
Oh, we go to her parents' here, see their emotions.
We go inside them.
Yada, some dumb stuff.
Mom wants to cheat on her husband.
Yeah.
Husband doesn't care about anything but sports.
This is so stupid.
The worst part of humanity on display.
Well, before he was all stressing out about the work, his job, so why didn't we see some of that in the background or anything?
Yeah, you think that would be all that's on his mind right now.
They get on the train of thought, because the train of thought was by Imagination Land. Oh, and Bing Bong sees the rocket ship that he and Riley made a long time ago gets thrown down into the dark abyss of forgotten memories.
All you had to do was sing the Bing Bong song, and that rocket ship was going to take us to the moon.
Take him to the moon, baby.
But now it's down there, and it'll never show up in the movie again.
The end. Get on the train of thought. Riley goes to sleep, so the train of thought stops. And it's like, where you going? Hold on. Did this train of thought have a compass? Because it was not going directly to the center. It was going to visit all the other islands first or something like that.
What?
They stopped on an island, sir, and went to Dream Productions. When we pull back from the shot, they have the tower, the main center tower of information.
It's
where
like,
they at. And then they have the whole gap where all the stuff is at. And they got the 5 islands over there. The train was supposed to be going directly from where they took off at Imagination Land straight to the tower, right?
Right?
Where did it stop at? It stopped at going, it didn't go, it went right. It didn't go, it went right. It didn't go straight. It stopped somewhere else. It was going forward and they decided to turn back around or what?
Plot.
Oh.
Someone who works at the animation studio came up with an idea. Hey, I got this wonderful dream factory. It's going to be a movie studio. Well, we don't have room for that in our current screenplay. They're supposed to get on the train, and the train's supposed to fall off, and blah, blah, blah. Well, I guess we can squeeze it in. We'll just put it in here. No one will notice.
Why didn't they just have them get to Imagination Land, see the train of thought, get ready to take off, then Riley goes to sleep before it takes off. Then they see the Dream Productions area right next to Imagination Land, because that would make sense. So they got to go wake her up then, instead of them being on a train going nowhere. They get on a train, go forward, and somehow the train magically manifests itself back to the starting location when it's time for her to go to sleep.
Oh, man. I would almost say that you could skip the Dreamland sequence entirely because they end up getting on the train anyway.
You like Dreamland sequence?
It was fine.
Well, yeah, because what they needed to do was scare her awake. But Joy was like, no, we're going to joy her awake. Shadow was like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
So these minion jelly bean thingies.
Oh, my God.
Are,
oh, my God. I did not notice that they look almost identical like the minions from... Except they're not yellow. That's wow, way to go. Oh, Pixar. This is a new low. This is a new low.
So the minions they put on for the dreams, someone writes up a script based on the stuff that happened during the day, and then they perform it, and sometimes it'll be nightmares, sometimes it'll be good dreams, sometimes it'll be a little bit of both. They try to switch up the programming and keep it fresh. They're doing a classroom scene, and all right, everybody, get your scripts ready. Oh, don't forget to put the reality lens on, or else you just see a bunch of minions in her dream, and that wouldn't make sense. So the reality lens makes them look like the roles they're playing from her real life. She's dreaming about how she cried in class again, and then all of a sudden Joy comes in with her dog costume, Sadness in the rear of the dog costume, and they're running around barking and stuff. Fear's on the night shift up in the headquarters, and Fear's watching this like, well, that's a little weird. There's a dog licking some boy in the classroom.
Then they separate.
And the reality lens.
Yeah, they just see two halves of the dog running around with the meat and everything in it, the guts hanging out.
No!
This is a rated R movie. No. They had to do cartoony guts. They couldn't do real guts.
And then all of a sudden, Bing Bong comes in between the two.
Yeah, you laughed at this hysterically.
There's just a dog that's sawed in two with its guts showing, and then all of a sudden, oh, yeah, Bing Bong, la-da-da-da-da. And Fear's like, what the fruit is happening? I don't know what to believe anymore.
Oh. Anyways, the police come.
Whoa, wait a minute. If Bing Bong was in her dream, wouldn't it shoot back up to, wouldn't he already have accomplished his goal by getting onto the dream?
Oh, yeah, they wanted
his goal in the movie
to be remembered.
Yeah, that means if he was in the dream, then she just remembered him. It would refresh the memory of him, and so he doesn't really have a motivation to join them, except out of loyalty now. They never really addressed that he had an option to leave at that point, or that he succeeded in his mission at this point.
Maybe she forgot this dream. Sometimes you forget dreams.
Yeah, because then they had the Unicorn filming part 8 of Unicorn in the Deathly Hallows.
Naughty Unicorns 2 or something like that.
Whoa. Featuring the emo boyfriend.
Anyway, so cops come and they take him to the subconscious, which is like a dungeon downwards close to the forgotten memories.
It's where you hide all your fears?
Things
Stuff
you
you're
don't
subconsciously afraid of, yeah.
So there's like a broccoli forest, grandma's vacuum cleaner.
She's really that scared of broccoli?
Broccoli's delicious. I don't know what's wrong with people.
Yeah.
I love broccoli, me personally.
Yeah. Grandma's vacuum cleaner? Was she crawling next to it one time and it ran her over and sucked her face?
I'm guessing.
She got injured, broke her arm.
She sees a clown. This clown took Bing Bong, did terrible things to it, and locked it up in a
It just wanted my candy?
Yeah. Locked it up in a balloon cage.
Because Bing Bong cries candy, we didn't mention.
Yeah.
And so
stupid.
The clown tortured it to make it cry, ate all of its candy, and fell asleep.
Oh, we forgot to mention, when Bing Bong's rocket ship wagon got thrown down, he cried the candy. And then Sadness went over and talked to him, touched him, and they hugged, and he felt better. And then Joy was like, how'd you do that? Well, I just listened. So it kind of foreshadows that Sadness, you need Sadness or something like that.
Yeah, because Joy is just temporarily covering up something, and Sadness actually helps you deal with something and then move on. You have to address it first, is what this movie's going for.
Spelunking.
Sadness was able to get Riley to wake up. Yeah, Sadness got Riley to wake up and reactivated the train.
No, they woke up the clown.
Oh,
the clown busted in on the memory.
Oh, yeah, the clown busted in on the production. Yeah.
They had to scare her away. Sadness knew what to do because Sadness read all the manuals and shit. Joy didn't read all the manuals.
Clown buzzes in. Oh!
Knocks
Fear
over the
loses his
production
mind.
set. They're shooting a dumb movie anyways. Probably shooting Inside Out.
Anger's really pissed off that he was woken up. That's it. I got an idea, a little light bulb here. We're gonna run away, and I'm gonna put it in right now.
Like, no, don't do it just yet. Something happened where he mentioned it, and then they cut to something else, then he cut back and he put it in.
Yeah.
We haven't been explaining anything Riley does on the outside throughout this whole movie. You don't need to know.
Because nothing much happens with Riley.
She goes to a hockey game. She tries to try out for hockey, doesn't like it. Fear, anger, and disgust are messing her up pretty bad.
They're trying to reform the core memories of why she loved hockey in the first place, and she couldn't. So she doesn't score the goal, and then she walks off depressed, and then she was angry, and she got sent to her room after the dinner scene where the dad was thinking about nothing but football, and the mom was dreaming that she was with some Puerto Rican helicopter pilot.
Ew. I can't remember how Joy and Bing Bong fell into the pits.
Frick. It was an attempt to go up the tube?
Yeah, they were going to the tube. They found a tube, a return tube, to go to the center.
Of course, a return tube. Those all go back to the headquarters, even though for some reason there's only one right now, only in this part of the Yeah. Shouldn't there be like a gazillion of these that could lead back to it?
Mm-hmm.
No, but we gotta walk. There's gotta be a movie.
Gotta be a movie.
Well, did we mention that one by one all the islands are collapsing and she's losing her personality and she's becoming a zombie in the real world?
Yeah, all the memories are being destroyed. We didn't mention that.
That's kind of important, I guess.
Her core islands are dying.
First is goofiness because she doesn't want to play gorilla with her dad after she's upset on the first night there. He's like, hoo, 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 hoo. And she's like, piss off.
Fuck out of my face. She said that too.
No. And then she lost. Then it was hockey.
Failed at hockey. Her mom was like, well, you can try it again. And she was like, fuck off.
No, not again.
So,
and then the friend is on Skype and telling her about how great her life is.
she's like, oh, I met this new girl. She's super cool. And we scored goals together. It's like we can read each other's minds. We're besties now. I don't need you anymore. That's literally what the conversation was.
I understand being angry about that, man.
She was like, I gotta go. She's like, no, wait, where you going? She's like, fuck off.
So not again.
She closed her laptop and left.
3 islands down, all you got is honesty and family left. While they're plotting for her to run away, she's going into runaway mode. She's like, well, how are we going to get there? The bus, of course. How are we going to get the money for the bus? She's going to steal from her mom.
She stole her mom's credit card to pay for the bus. Honesty Island fell. Oh, when Honesty Island fell, the tube collapses with Joy. And, Joy tells Sadness, no, you can't come, and punches Sadness in the face and knocks her down. Joy falls. And then I think Bing Bong jumps in after her or something. I can't remember how Bing Bong went. How did Bing Bong go?
I don't know. Might as well.
He went in. He tried to rescue her, I think, and he fell in with her. But it looked like she had her own fallen in scene.
Yeah.
But I can't remember how he got there.
I can't remember either. He somehow ended up down there with her.
Maybe he fell first. I can't remember. Anyways, Big Bong is down in the memories with her. And Sadness got left behind.
Oh, dear.
So she's down in the forgotten memories.
Riley made away with the credit card. She's getting ready to go to the bus station. She's walking down the street, running away from home.
Joy
saw her favorite core memories, and then she saw the sadness core memory.
Picked it up, put it in the bag. She picked up one of the core memories. Oh, it was such a great day. Look at her. She's so happy, cheering. Her teammates were picking her up. And Sadness like, oh yeah, that was the day we... This is early in the movie, by the way. Sadness like, yeah, that was the day we lost that goal and Riley wanted to quit.
She rewound
Joy touches it. She can rewind the memories. We didn't know you could rewind memories.
Yeah, she rewound it and found out that it changed.
It was sad before, and then changed to joy. Riley was sad and wanted to quit hockey.
I brought this memory back from the future. It's erased. What does it mean? Of course it's erased.
She fast forwards and sees that it was because of the teenager joy. So you need sadness in order to get joy, apparently.
Your memories are what you make of them, so make them a good one.
She puts it in her bag of treats for me to give back to Riley. Meanwhile, Bing Bong realizes he's down there, he's being erased. He's got no hand. And she remembers that his rocket wagon fell down here too, so she starts singing the song, and they both start singing it. See, it's glowing over there.
Bing bong popping and a rockin' a fool.
Yeah, yes, the song. They go right over. Oh, I'm glad that's a song right there. So they gotta sing the song in order to get the rocket to go.
They set up a ramp, and then they go down a huge slope to get up a ramp, and bing bong, pop it in a rocket the fool.
And they fly randomly a giant book. Let me quote my boy Phil. What? Like, what? I don't know anymore.
Oh man, they do it twice. Can't reach the ledge. Bing Bong realizes there's too much weight.
Oh, his arm. Second time he sees that. Oh my God, my whole arm's gone. Might as well sacrifice myself.
No, you don't need to.
So okay. Bing Bong says, "Go. We're gonna make it this time. I got a good feeling." And they get on and they go and he says, "Keep singing louder." She starts rapping it. Bing Bong popping at it.
Making it fool.
He jumps off. He just stretches his arm out. And he falls back down. She makes it up. Bing Bong's like,
"You made it.
You made it. Now, take her to the moon for me." And then he disappears in darkness and dies.
No. Bing Bong.
Not gonna lie. I was a little sad right there.
I laughed. I'm sorry.
You did laugh. I was like, man, you're a horrible person.
No, I laughed because it was just funny for someone to be so emotional but say the name Bing Bong. Bing Bong. It's like this very, very emotional, serious moment. All the audience is so wrapped up in it. And then she says, "No."
It's like if Sam was like,
"Bing Bong."
"Come on, Mr. Bing Bong. I can't carry you for you. But I can't carry you." So that's what you're saying. Like
Oh, no.
So Bing Bong goes.
Or in Forrest Gump, if Bubba was named Bing Bong. "Oh, Bing Bong, no."
Oh, man. So Bing Bong dies. And
oh no, Bing
Joy
Bong
goes and tries to find Sadness. Sadness is running from her. It's like, how am I gonna find Sadness? She sees all the memories at the bottom of the thing been touched. She follows the trail.
She says this out loud, and then she
I don't know who she was talking to.
Yeah, who was she talking to? And then she comes to a realization, even though it was right in front of her the whole time. Just happened to walk across the aisle with it like that. And why is Sadness still doing that? Is she dragging herself with one hand and touching them with the other?
Yeah, she was like, okay, I will be dragged on the ground. Who's dragging her?
Yeah.
Nobody. But she was just touching them all because she knew she'd need a trail later on, so somebody to find her because of plot. But then she runs away whenever Joy comes to get her. By the way, at this point, whenever she stole a credit card, I realized, I'll save it for later. I'll save it for the general discussions there, man.
Okay. Riley at this point is getting on a bus, so they gotta act quickly.
The other three members are trying to take it out, and the council is shutting down. Everything starts shutting down in the room.
It's turning black. Her console is completely morphing. She's about to turn to a bad person, I guess that's what I mean.
I thought she was about to turn into like a psycho. Apparently it's just she's not having any more emotion, becoming an emo person. So she takes the bus. So I was trying to remember. Somehow Sadness got on a cloud and it was raining on a cloud that she was floating on.
She stole it from a crime scene where the cloud person was murdered by Bing Bong earlier. The wife was being questioned by the two police officers who weren't sure whose cap was whose. Well, mine says mine hat. I wrote my hat and my hat too. Well, yours looks a little too small. That was a decent conversation.
I liked it.
The two cops are at the murder scene, talk to the wife, and then Joy runs right through the wife, kills her. Another member of the family is unatoned. Cops don't care. Cops don't care. She kills her too.
The cops just walked away. What he said is like, no, you worry about it. Or something like that. Oh, she clones the pretend boyfriend a bunch of times.
She got to find a way to get to the family island. The family island is the last one left, and it's about to go down, especially since the mother and father tried to call her on her cell phone. 11-year-old girl has a cell phone. She hung up. Family island is collapsing as she's getting on the bus, and if that bus takes off, the island's going to be gone, and it's their last link to the headquarters. But the bridge to get to it is breaking. It's unstable. She clones a bunch of the emo boyfriends. You sure you were willing to die for Riley? Yes. Well, time to prove it. And then she sticks them all in her Hermione Granger Bing Bong bag that we never mentioned. The Bing Bong bag that's endless and can carry whatever you need it to. Stuffs about 100 boyfriends in there. And then she lets them stack up and she's on top of them. They fall over and forms a bridge that gets her to the family island. And Sadness is still flying over it. Something happens that launches them up to the window of the control headquarters.
She jumped on the trampoline.
Oh, they fell on the trampoline that was part of the family thing.
The boy said, oh, I laughed at this. Nobody else laughed at it when she was on top of all the boyfriends, and they go, for Riley! Nobody else laughed at it but me. And she jumped on a trampoline and grabbed Sadness, and they had enough momentum to fling themselves all the way to the tower, smack themselves into a window. Guys were like, I wish Joy was here. Then bloop, they smacked themselves into the window.
It's Joy.
Yeah, you laughed. Wait, you laughed at this. They walk up to the window. Both Joy and Sadness on the outside of the window. They walk up and look down, and Disgust goes, oh, it's Joy. Just screw Sadness.
Wow.
You didn't like it? They just, oh, it's Joy. We don't care about Sadness.
Oh, man.
So they got to open a glass because they don't have no ventilation for these windows, no latches or nothing. She makes Anger mad. His head catches fire. She uses it as a torch, burns a hole in it. Brings Joy, Sadness up. Joy gives the memories to Sadness. They turn sad. Puts all the core memories in the core with the sadness on them. Riley confesses to her parents that she misses everything. She's sad about it.
I miss Minnesota. And the dad says, you know what, Riley? I miss Minnesota too. And I started laughing, sir, because I just assumed that this movie's going to take the easy way out and they were just going to move back to Minnesota. Yeah, so I was like, oh gosh, not this.
They didn't, though.
I assumed the worst at this point.
Oh, no. But
it didn't happen, so that's nice. I miss the backyard.
Sadness touches the console, grabs Joy's hand, and they touch the console together. And they create the first ever inside of Riley mixed emotion core memory.
Whoa! She's growing up.
And it goes into the core. Oh, she didn't put the core memories back to the core. She used them in the memory projector. That's what she did with the core memories. And this new mixed emotion memory was the first one in the new core memory slots. They created a whole new island that we cut a couple of weeks later.
They rebuilt another family island. It's a huge metaphor for how when everything else collapses around you, family is the one thing you need to depend on. And that'll get you through it. Business is a booming. Riley's now on a hockey team, and her parents are Braveheart in their faces, cheering her on. She's doing well.
Her parents' emotions are fun.
Yeah.
They think they had the same idea. Oh, we love this man. Now we don't want to cheat on him no more. But then one of the emotions grabs the memory.
Just in case. The helicopter guy. So mom's always ready to cheat on the dad at any point, and the dad's
so
just happy.
Riley's walking, and Riley runs into...
They do the Incredibles ending with the teenage girl from the Incredibles.
Yeah, she runs into the
the bleacher.
Oh yeah, she runs into a boy inside his head. All his emotions are freaking out.
Girl,
yeah, like a girl panic alarm's going off, and she tries to hand him back his water bottle. He just takes it, staring at her blankly like a weirdo. All the emotions work together at the new panel, big enough for all 5 of them now. You got all these different mixed emotions everywhere now in the core, and they're making a bunch of mixed emotions.
All sorts of new islands too, with different personality traits about her fashion sense.
More than 5 islands now, and they have a new puberty button that they don't know what it does yet.
It's sequel bait.
Oh, like Dr. Wu took all the embryos off the island.
It's completely a sequel thing. So if this is a huge success, they're going to want to see the puberty one, but I don't know if they could do the puberty one without
Anyways, they live happily ever after. The end. Channel discussion?
Yeah.
First off, I figured it out, Andrew.
You figure what out?
How to make this movie a 15-minute movie.
Cut out everything in Riley's head.
All you had to do, all Joy and Sadness had to do, sir. I guess they couldn't do it because it's a kid's movie. All they had to do was kill themselves, and they would have remanifested inside the core.
How you figure?
Riley was born, Joy manifested out of thin air, and your body needs these emotions. You would have died, and they would have came back at the core.
Or she would have been a psychopath
with the other emotions.
Consumed by fear, disgust, and anger for the rest of her life.
Nope, these emotions have to exist because Joy did not disappear when she fell into the forgot memories thing. Joy was not disappearing. Bing Bong was. All she had to do was kill herself. They would have respawned. It would have respawned, sir.
Yeah, they did make a point. Oh, no. They made a point in the movie to say that emotions can't be replaced or something. Like one of the 3 that were still left in the control room at some point said something about how emotions can't be destroyed. They're a part of you.
Emotions are part of you.
But they can be lost.
All they had to do, they can be lost. Kill yourself, respawn at the base.
Oh, no.
It's all it needed to happen. But anyways.
They're immortal, sir.
It kind of took me a while to get in this movie a little bit. I got in it, though, somewhere between Imagination Land and the Dream Studio. It was a while. I like Bing Bong sacrificed himself. Andrew, you can't laugh at Bing Bong's name. That's about the only thing that was Pixar-ish to me in this movie.
Yeah, a whole entire character who they seem to avoid putting in any of the marketing. I don't remember Bing Bong at all.
He wasn't in any marketing.
Bing Bong is left a complete surprise and has a crucial role in the movie.
But other than that, I don't really like this movie.
Okay, go on.
I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I just was not feeling it.
I kind of have reasons.
Let's hear your reasons, sir. I may elaborate on them.
The movie is an ideas movie. It feels more like an educational movie to teach kids about their emotions and what they might be going through, rather than an actual movie meant to entertain kids and families. And its biggest problem is the same problem, ironically, that Inception has. The majority of the movie is them constantly having to explain the rules of the movie and what they're doing at every single point in the movie. Because of how high concept the movie is, it has to constantly explain itself to make sure people are keeping up. But at the same time, you can't really enjoy the movie because the majority of the dialogue is them saying what stuff is and what is going on. The majority of this movie is just dialogue explaining what's going on in the movie, is my biggest problem with this. It's like, in the first 10 minutes, we are explained what everything is. We're explained about the islands. We're explained about the core emotions and how they are affected by the islands and how they are the personality. We're explained about all this stuff, but then after they get lost, we have to be constantly reminded about what the importance of all these things are, the islands, and they're collapsing, and even when stuff is happening, the characters have to constantly say what is happening. Like, we can see that the Goofiness Island is falling into the abyss, and there's like, oh no, the Goofiness Island is collapsing and falling into the abyss. Yeah, I know, I'm watching it right now. Shut up. It's like everything. I think that's why I laughed so hard whenever Discuss at the end said, it's joy! Because I had it up to here with people saying what I can see for myself.
I thought you were laughing because she didn't acknowledge sadness.
No, but Raymond, that is a fantastic other reason for that to be so bad. That's another reason that line is bad, but at that point it was just because I was upset.
I thought it was supposed to be some kind of joke that nobody likes sadness, so that's why.
Oh, that's horrible.
I like your little rant right here.
The whole movie is constantly trying to make sure that you're keeping up with it instead of allowing you to enjoy it, to just trust that you got what's going on early on and just to do stuff with it. They got to constantly introduce stuff and explain stuff. You go to Imagination Land, why can't we just see the forest of French fries and think, oh, wow, that's cool, and look at it, instead of having somebody say, oh, look, it's a forest of French fries. I can see it's a forest of French fries. I can see that that's a cloud city. I can see that that's a house of cards. You don't have to explain that it's a house of cards. I'm looking right at it. This is a movie, not a radio show.
Whoa.
This movie is completely condescending. It's a movie made for blind people.
You're saying this is insulting your intelligence, this movie?
Yes. If this movie comes to Blu-ray, it will not need to have a blindness impaired soundtrack because everything is being explained on so many levels constantly to you instead of just trusting the audience to get your concept. It's a very high concept, and maybe people were being confused. I don't know. Were you confused a lot?
I was confused earlier about why are the memories in third person and not first person. I just don't get it.
I guess that was just an artistic choice. Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
To top it all off, it was a high concept and all this explanation for the majority of the movie, but everything that was happening in the real world with Riley was just very, very simple.
It felt like this movie it was trying to have a villain, or this was just a wacky adventure thing, but it felt like it kind of needed a villain, like other emotions who they rejected. I know it's like a cliche thing, you probably seen it before in movies. A few other emotions they rejected and kicked out, they made their way back to the core, kicked them out, and was taking over Riley, or something like that.
I don't know.
Bing Bong died. They didn't even have a scene where there was like memories of Bing Bong being played in dreams or anything like that. She did not honor her and Bing Bong's arrangement.
Because then Bing Bong would have come back to life and you would have had a happier ending. He only existed because of the memories.
How did he get out of the memories is the big question.
Yeah, exactly. And why was he stealing memories? Why was he pickpocketing and stuffing memories into his bed?
He was doing this for the secret emotion organization that was out there that we don't know about. That was supposed to take over in this movie. Oh, all right. I got a little list here.
A list?
A list of the Pixar movies since their beginning.
All right.
The Toy Story.
Yeah.
We enjoyed that one.
A lot, yeah.
A Bug's Life.
Yeah, I really enjoy that.
Toy Story 2.
Bug's Life is an important one that gets forgotten. It's about how a bunch of little people can overcome. Yeah, if you join together with your fellow man, you can.
You have to forget a Bug's Life, sir, because people in real life will overcome their oppressors.
There are oppressors. Yeah.
Yeah, they had to get that one out of there.
That's probably the most important one a kid could see.
Toy
is
Story,
A Bug's Life.
Toy Story 2. How you feel about that one?
It's good. Fun little romp. Deals with the existential stuff that's gonna happen, but it's like, hey, we gotta enjoy it while we can. We can't live in the future.
Should have ended there, huh?
Yeah. Well, that's the perfect ending.
Monsters Incorporated.
That's very good. I enjoy it. It's about finding out that things are exactly the way they seem, and that the government and the people around you. The government and the people around you are lying to you to keep you under control and to keep things the status quo when things could really be better if everybody learned the truth.
So Monsters Inc. and A Bug's Life were some essential ones here.
Monsters Inc. and A Bug's Life are stuff they want you to forget about.
Finding Nemo. How you feel about that one?
I need to revisit Finding Nemo, but I really enjoyed it whenever I saw it in the theater.
The Incredibles.
It's slow in parts, but I enjoy a lot of it. It can drag. That movie drags.
All right. This is where Pixar started to lose me. This is 2006.
Yeah.
How you feel about Cars?
I'm okay with Cars.
Okay.
It's fine, and even though you don't like the ending, I think the ending is very touching.
This was a time in my life because there was no Pixar movie in 2005. This was right after Hurricane Katrina, so I just wanted him to win the race at the end. I don't know. He became a better person on the inside or something like that. He's a car. He don't need to become a better person on the inside. Oh, I'm joking.
Because everything's not about winning. It's about people. He went from a material obsessed person, plopped down in a small town, and then he starts to actually relate to real people and what their lives are like and realizes the value in other people over flash and pomp and circumstance.
Right.
And that was the penultimate thing right there, that gesture at the end. The movie overall was okay, and then that was a touching ending.
Maybe my emotions in my head was going all crazy and I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was just not in a good mood, and Cars kind of lost me there. From Toy Story to Incredibles, I really love all those. How you feel about Ratatouille?
I love the ending. That monologue from the critic at the end is fantastic.
I didn't like Ratatouille at first. It took a while to grow on me.
Yeah, the first time I saw it in theaters, I thought it was really slow and boring, and I wasn't really that interested. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, I was just saying that Ratatouille took a while to grow on me, but after rewatching it again, maybe because I've seen some of these other ones coming up, it's a lot better than some of these other ones. Next one, I think, is probably the last good one, WALL-E.
Yeah, I enjoy WALL-E. I love the first half of WALL-E whenever it's just him doing stuff on Earth. The second part still has a lot of fun stuff in it, but obviously it's a huge message movie.
All right, Up. How you feel about that one?
I'm lukewarm on Up. It's not something that I really want to watch over and over again. It's out there. I really like the opening scene. It really charmed me. I wanted a movie about the little kids. Adventurers out there having a good time together.
I don't think I liked Up at all. I didn't like it in theater. I seen it once, maybe twice, but when I saw it, I did not enjoy it. It was not clicking with me. Maybe because the dude looked up to that other old guy, but he was older than that other old guy, looks like. Throughout the movie, at the end there, you meet that guy. He's older than him, but he's not older than him.
Yeah.
It's very weird. The guy has some kind of fountain of youth or something that we didn't know about. Ooh. Here it comes. Toy Story 3.
I mean,
It's just a remake of 1 and 2.
it's just an excuse to have the Inferno scene and see that they would all care about each other and go down together. That was the only reason that movie exists. And to have the goodbye scene. Those are the only two reasons that movie exists.
And Rex stole...
And to reboot the
Buzz's
franchise.
line. Yeah, reboot the franchise. And Rex stole Buzz's line at the end there.
Toy Story 3, it kind of betrays the spirit of the first two movies, which were down-to-earth, funny toys that are acting like regular, nonchalant humans. It's just fun, sarcastic movies, those two movies. Oh, great. If he comes towards us, we can blink him to death. Like, they're just pointing out how ridiculous everything is and sarcastic, but there's also a little bit of heart to it. But the third one drops the sarcasm and just goes completely sincere and melodramatic. Oh, don't you care about these people so much? And all the dry wit is gone. All the humor and charisma is gone in the third one. And it's just about playing on college-age people's nostalgia for whenever they saw this as a kid, making them depressed and sad. It's not a kid's movie. This is a very depressing adult movie
It's a reboot, but for still the older generation, not a newer generation.
Yeah.
I would have preferred the rumored storyline of Buzz injuring Andy and them having to go rescue Buzz, and Andy transitioning to being a preteen, and they realize that they're gonna be together, but Buzz is still feeling bad about injuring Andy. But anyways, oh god, this one, Cars 2.
I'm sure kids like it.
Yeah, I'm sure kids do like it.
It's just wacky. It doesn't really serve too much of a purpose except for the fact that the underdog person that everybody thinks is stupid can still find competence at the end of the movie.
Oh, that's what this was about. I think it's one. The first movie was about a completely different character called Lightning McQueen, and then they just made this movie about a secondary goofy character.
Oh, you're talking about Pirates of the Caribbean 4?
Oh, God. Maybe. I still say that dude was the main character of the second and third one, but everybody can say what they want. His storyline drives the plot of the second and third movie, but that's how I'm gonna leave it at that.
Actually, I would argue that Elizabeth Swann's storyline, worried about settling down, maybe she wasn't with enough men because of her sheltered life, maybe she wasn't adventurous enough. Really, I think those two movies could have been cut into one movie focusing around Jack and Elizabeth Swann's character, because the original was about Will Turner and Jack, and Will coming to terms with his past. Now this one is Elizabeth coming to terms with the fact that she's about to settle down right out of a sheltered life and existence. She hasn't really lived a life outside. Her wanting to be a pirate and kissing Jack Sparrow, flirting with him, is all her experimenting with stuff she never got a chance to in the real world.
She's saying Jack needed a partner in these movies. We got completely off topic. We talk about pirates now. Somebody talk about the Pixar movies here. Brave. How you feel about Brave?
Never saw Brave.
You never saw Brave.
Never saw Brave.
You didn't miss anything.
I didn't feel compelled to see it.
Yeah. It's just there.
Okay.
It's just there.
No.
Monsters University.
It was fine.
That's a nostalgia play movie again.
Yeah, it had its moments, but the movie is incredibly slow, doesn't have much humor to it. There are sight gags every once in a while, but it's also taking itself way too seriously for Pixar. It feels just like a straight up college movie with all the dramatic beats and everything that you would expect, but without lighthearted comedy in it. Very straightforward most of the time. Serious about what these characters are going through and everything. The funniest part is probably the dance sequence at the party whenever Gelatin Dude does a little lasso to Sully and then starts pulling him over. That's probably the best part of the movie.
It is.
Because it was fun.
And then we get to Inside Out here.
Oh, one thing I really appreciated from Monsters University is also the ending. Got kicked out of Monsters University, taught kids a lesson that there are other ways to achieve your dreams than just going to university. You can really apply yourself, learn your trade while doing another job, and then rise through the ranks and earn your status in the job that you're looking for. That was an important lesson, and they just tucked it away at the end of the movie. It would have been interesting if that was more of the movie.
Well, it wouldn't be called Monsters University. It would probably be called Monsters Janitors. I don't know.
Monsters Expelled. I don't know.
We went down this list because somewhere around 2009 with Up, Pixar just lost it. They just lost it. It has such great movies. Took a huge spiral down. A little bump with Up because a lot of people like that one. And it just takes a huge drop in 2010 with Toy Story 3.
They're obsessed with the serious side of things because people really complimented the fact that they were making kids movies that also had a heart in their earlier stages. But people only care about the heart because they were having fun with the rest of the movies. I think most of the, besides Cars 2, are taking themselves too seriously and not letting us have the fun that we used to have with Pixar movies. And then whenever something tragic happens, we'll feel that emotional impact a lot more. I have that problem with a lot of movies, actually, taking themselves too seriously.
Well, this year you get 2 Pixar movies. How excited are you now?
Not really, because the trailer for The Good Dinosaur
Really
treated like I'm an idiot. They felt the need to put the words up there. It would have been a fun trailer if you just...
At least they didn't put "It Missed."
Oh my gosh, if they had put "It Missed" as well. Oh, I would have gone out of my mind. But yeah, without the words, it would have been like a fun little short, like, oh, you see the dinosaurs on Earth. Oh, a meteor's coming.
Oh, no.
It's coming. Whoosh, and the dinosaurs' heads look with it. It would have been funny.
They would have said this November or whatever they want to say.
But instead you have 3 or 4 title cards letting you know that, oh, a joke's coming. A joke's coming. Oh, here comes the joke. And then the joke happens. It's like, oh, people still laughed, but the people who read the title cards didn't laugh.
Well, on Good Dinosaurs, sir, get ready because you're going to get a trailer for Finding Dory. Another sequel, sir. How excited are you?
Not at all. I guess I need to know what it's about.
You're finding Dory. Somehow she got lost.
Well, she has short-term memory or whatever.
Yeah, she's got short-term memory. She's gonna be with these other aqua animal creatures, forgetting them or whatnot. Probably forget Martin and Nemo by the time they meet up with her at the end.
Oh man, did we have anything more to say about Inside Up, sir?
No.
No, you didn't have anything else to say.
That's it. It's just there. It's just a there movie.
It's a very simple plot with a Riley live-action character.
It's very weird. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something about this movie is just off.
It's just there to educate young kids about their emotions and what they're going to be going through and to bond with their parents over their own memories. It's like something you show a kid to make them think, oh wow, I really value my family. And it's got good intentions. It's just a huge movie of metaphors that are overly complex, but at the same time, that might be what they were going for by making such a complex metaphor, because the human mind is full of complexities, and what Riley's going through in her head must be very complex right now, and she doesn't know how to feel. That's why she's turning into a zombie. That could be part of the metaphor, that the movie is a mess because her head's a mess.
That's no excuse.
It's just straightforward. It's a movie for toddlers, 5 to 7-year-olds or something, just to explain to them, this is what you're going through. These are the emotions that you're going to deal with. This is some of the core stuff that's happening in your life right now, but we will always be there for you. And you just sit down with them. Hey, we have these memories too. Hey, we have these feelings. We have a huge, bigger console for our emotions that are more complex, and we are able to deal with them more efficiently than your emotions that are running a little bit wild and only have one that can control at a time. It's just a huge metaphor for what kids are going through, and hopefully help parents communicate to their kids that they understand and that they are there for them. They're their last connection to bring them back. When everything else falls through, they will be there for them. It has a good message and a good heart to it.
All I know is the Kung Fu Panda 3 trailer came out today and they didn't have it on there. Very upset.
Oh no. They had a little trailer spot where Pete Docter was actually thanking us for paying to see this movie.
He could burn in hell.
Oh, don't do that.
No, he needs to for this.
He also did Up.
He did? Oh, no wonder.
Oh no.
Wow. Oh, that explains it.
Well, what else did he do?
I gotta look up Pete Docter or whatever the hell his name is. Whose last name's Doctor?
We make it sound like the movie's worthless. Obviously, it's not worthless. Obviously, it touched a lot of people. It's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes last week.
I mean, your kids will enjoy it.
Yeah, it's cute for younger audiences. There were a lot of reactions like, oh no, whenever Joy tripped trying to cross back over to the headquarters. There was a cute little girl who's like, oh no. And kids who don't know a lot of movies and have not gone through a lot of experiences, they'll appreciate it, and it'll get them talking about their own feelings, probably with their parents, hopefully. Be able to open up more with them. So that's a good thing to come from this movie, and I guess that's why people are so positive towards it. But as an actual piece of entertainment, especially for adults, it's just bogged down, like I said, in exposition, explaining itself and condescending to adults, but not necessarily condescending to kids who would probably be very confused with all these metaphors and not know slang like the train of thought yet.
He directed Up and Monsters Incorporated.
See, Monsters Incorporated is great.
Somewhere along the line, he lost his way.
Well, a lot of people would disagree with that. A lot of people really enjoy Up.
I know. Ew. My disgust button just went off.
Oh, no. A lot of people giving it their all, lots of great design work, artistry, and a lot of great ideas, but I needed to invest more in the characters, have more experiences with the characters, less repetition of what everybody was doing at any given moment. We were already seeing on the screen, a lot like the lava short film before it that constantly is telling me what I'm seeing. But I guess the lava was foreshadowing what Inside Up was going to be like. Inside Up. Inside Out was going to be like.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. Good for kids, good for starting a discussion about emotions between kids and parents. I don't think there's much rewatchability with this movie.
Hell sure doesn't. I don't want to watch it. I admit, this is it for me. I'm probably going to end up watching it. Take somebody to see it. Some kid is going to want to see it that I know.
Even though it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, look at us.
They're lying. What is what with Rotten Tomatoes? Who are these people who review movies?
They're not us. I guess somebody will say in the comments, good, after I said that, but
it's your opinion, guys. Other people have opinions too.
Well, here's two dissenting opinions who happen to be in the same auditorium together. We've disagreed in the past, obviously, so this is not us rubbing off on each other.
People in general, what is happening to the world? I look around. Everybody loves depression. Everybody likes this depressed stuff. People love being depressed and sadness and darkness. I don't know. People were saying, I will have to bring it up. They're talking about Jurassic World. Oh, yeah, I liked the film until the end of the movie was cheesy. Well, I'm sorry. Fun? You're confusing fun with cheesiness? If that's cheesiness, you give me all the cheesiness in every movie ever from now on. Because I like having fun.
The ending scene in that SWAT team where that guy decided to take on that dinosaur with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Those were the parts that I enjoyed the most in the movie.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't taking itself so serious.
Yeah, it's fun. You're being entertained. That's what the movie's for. It's not for you to feel some emotional connection with a dinosaur. What is wrong with people? Oh my God, I just love dark and gritty. It's so great. Oh my God, they're gonna make it dark and gritty. I can't wait. They're gonna reboot the Tooth Fairy and make it dark and gritty. Ghostbusters is gonna be so dark and gritty. I'm sorry. I just get fed up with the way things are, my opinion, and other people have their opinions.
Inside Out is definitely a continuation of that. It's a depressing, emotional movie. Claims to be a kid's movie, but really it's just it's draining. It's a draining experience.
It's a kid's self-help movie. It's kind of like something that you put on for kids to watch in school so they can learn something.
Not that there's anything wrong with kids learning something from a kid's movie.
No,
but this is just blatantly telling you stuff throughout the whole entire movie. Like I said, oh, that's the abstract thought. It's like, what's abstract thought? Well, I'm glad you asked, Joy. I read the manual, and abstract thought is just ideas that do not actually have physical form or cannot be truly realized, but they're just concepts, really, like loneliness. Oh, well, thanks for telling me that. Anytime.
Wouldn't loneliness be an emotion? There are other emotions out there that they got rid of that are going to strike back. We just saw that in this movie.
Well, they're like offshoots of the emotion. The abstract thoughts are kind of like offshoots of the emotions.
Why did... Joy should have been the villain. It should have turned around and Joy was the villain in this movie. She was control freak.
She's a control freak. She banishes everybody else to try to save Riley, but Riley is not dealing with her other emotions. The other emotions don't have joy to lead them anymore. So fear, anger, disgust, and sadness somehow have to find it within themselves to get back.
Would they fight Joy, or
maybe Joy would realize it herself at one
Joy
point?
would go to find him or something?
Or maybe there would be a slight tussle, and then one of their memories with mixed emotions gets into it, and then Joy sees that it has a positive effect.
She banishes them, then realizes, oh my God, I messed up. Has to go find them, or are they just trying to find their way back?
She's the leader, banishes them because she thinks she doesn't need them at all, and then they have to realize what's so special about themselves and present that to Joy at the end of the movie, what they've learned.
Damn, what is Joy, God or something? Why do they have to present themselves to her like that?
I don't know. I guess it works better this way because then Joy is just learning it naturally along with one of them, but at the same, why can't they all be locked out of it? And so she's just...
Well, if they're all locked out of it, something else is in there then.
Like just one of the janitor guys, jelly bean minion guys.
The one to control it or something. I don't think we could fix this movie with our skills of better plotness. It seems like this is like work better as maybe a kid's TV show or something. This was bleh. Final rating. 2 stars.
Whoa. Out of
the 5, like always.
Just forget somebody's first listen.
The second half of the year, got to give everybody another heads up. Yeah, 2 out of 5. I'm 5-star rating here on the PLP. I don't like to use the number scale. Sorry, not for movies. I just use the star rating out of the enjoyment I got out of it. So 2 stars.
Did you want more interactions between other people's emotions in their head? Because that seemed to be the part of the movie people enjoyed the most.
When they would go to the other emotions in the other people's heads?
Yeah, like take it to DEF CON, whatever. Oh no, we're about to apply the boot.
Seemed like they were
Put
having
the
a
boot
lot
down.
more fun in other people's heads. What was the girl's name again? Katniss Everdeen. She was having a rough time. Everybody else's emotions were quick cuts and stuff like that.
Yeah, get rid of all the extra long-term memory, island stuff, and just keep everybody in the control room and start learning lessons through Riley's experiences and interactions with other people.
Here we go, sir. What if one of the other parents' emotions took their job a little too far and decided, I need to get into Riley and fix everything, and it was another emotion got into Riley and kicked the other emotions out and they have to come back?
That's like
That's a little
weird.
far-fetched.
That's like somebody else's brain getting in there.
How would they get in there? Seems a little bit.
And then obviously these emotions are beings and they have memories. Joy got sad at some points and angry, and are there little people inside their head? How far does this go? Is this like an infinite emotion thing?
Inception.
Emotions inside emotions?
Joy, she should have killed herself. She would have respawned.
If you want a
at the
villain,
core.
if you want a villain to kick him out, how about obedience?
This is one of the emotions that didn't find its way to the core yet or something.
There's something, I don't know. Obedience. We don't care about any of your emotions. You just have to deal with the situation that you're in. Don't cry about it. Don't be scared about it. Don't get angry about it. And no happiness will get you out of this. Dismisses them all. Obedience just takes over. And so she's just a zombie just going through her day-to-day routine without any emotion or
You
something.
mean like most of Americans?
Yes. But then that would touch people because they would understand the metaphor of it.
There you go. I like that one. I think that's a good one, Andrew.
Okay. We're not part of the Pixar brain trust, Raymond. We need to calm down. I'm sure they tested this against a lot of people. A lot of people in their studio. And this is what they got. So
shoot. Who are we to say these things? Jeez.
I'm sure there's a bunch of interns and stuff like that said stuff similar to us and
they
got
fired.
ignored. No.
They got kicked out.
No.
These poor interns.
Like, we'll take it into consideration, but they don't do anything.
That's some. Never mind. I'm not going to say it because I want to steal it. Put it in my little notepad. I'm going to make it myself.
Oh, spoilers.
Extra spoilers.
All right.
Yeah, I'm done. Where we at? Oh, the shortest one yet.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we couldn't explain the movie. That's why.
We explained enough. It's very simple, but at the same time makes itself so complex with its metaphor that it has to constantly tell you what's going on. Blah, 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 blah. Everything Andrew already said already.
Huh?
Yeah.
The movie said already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on and on with this movie.
We hope if y'all see it, y'all enjoy it. Maybe give it a chance for its ideas and the conversation that it could have and open up with you and your kids.
Yeah, y'all enjoy that 2-star movie.
In Raymond's opinion. We didn't like it, but obviously there's a lot of passionate people who worked on it, good artistic people, and they have a point and a message they want to get across and to educate and start a conversation.
I like the art.
So.
Yeah, okay, that's a positive. I like the way it looked. I like the art of it.
Yeah.
You guys did good in that department. Congratulations. High five. I can't say the same about you writers.
Well, that was almost a good note to end it on. Well, for the parking lot projectionists, unless anybody else has anything else to say.
I'm done.
All right. Well, for the parking lot projectionists, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Raymond.
Shutting it down.
Emotionally.
Yes, it's terror time again. Or you just might die of fright. It's terror time again. Got you running through the night.
I don't know this one either.
It's a terrifying time. It's Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. I don't know. We were talking about... Hey! Look at that, the stop button.